Not every college football show on YouTube is going to talk about the program like Indiana, so allow yours truly to be the one to give them their flowers. Not only did the Hoosiers strike gold by landing James Madison's Curt Cignetti, but they're doubling down and might double their wins in the process with the addition of Ohio quarterback Kurtis Rouke. Let's talk about the Hoosiers' recent addition of adding in the 2022 MAC Player of the Year. If you are new here, welcome on into the channel. My name is Curt Thompson. I'm a radio show host based in Houston, and I talk college football daily. So if this is the type of content you enjoy, plus coaching searches, the transfer portal, anything going on with bowl status, and a bunch of other nonsense that we love with this industry, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment telling me your thoughts on the addition of Kurtis Rouke headed to Bloomington for 2024. Tell your friends, your family, your mortal enemies, your best of bros, Hoosiers fans, and college football aficionados everywhere about this channel, because we're so close to 1,000. And then 1,000 is going to turn into 5,000, and 5,000 will turn into 25,000, and 25,000 will turn into 100,000. And ladies and gentlemen, you know we're going to get there. So jump on in, subscribe now while the water is fine. Give me a follow on Twitter. I'm always calling it Twitter. Sorry, Elon. You can't get me to call it X, at Mr. Curt Thompson. That way, the college football conversation never has to stop flowing. Curt Cignetti could have gone and brought over a quarterback with him from James Madison. He could have easily done whatever he wanted, and he could have easily gone out and brought in players that fit his system with the Dukes. But instead, he's looking for veteranship, and more importantly, he's looking for a bit more up-tempo when it comes to production, primarily at the most important position. And that's where you get with Kurtis Rouke. This is one of the more impressive quarterbacks that nobody seems to be talking about. Just look at his numbers over his entire tenure with the Bobcats, and you would understand why. 5,000 plus passing yards, 50 total touchdowns, not to mention 16 interceptions. He also is coming off one of the best campaigns of his entire career. Oh, and he also won MAC Player of the Year in 2022. You're adding in a quarterback that will come in the building, be an immediate starter, fortify your offense, and he also is a little bit more athletic than we give him credit for. People want to see a 6'5" man from Canada and say, oh, this guy likes hockey, he likes maple syrup, and he likes to throw the football. All those things can be true, but he also knows how to utilize his legs. Over 800 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns on the ground. There's a reason why the Bobcats were lucky to keep him in Athens for years on end, and now he's going to go to a Big Ten school. This is what you look for in young programs that are starting fresh. Get yourself a quarterback you can hitch your wagon to set the foundation for next season, and that's exactly what's needed in Bloomington. Tom Allen, good coach. I think he was phenomenal as a defensive-minded guy and absolutely did wonders in 2020 for Indiana. But things got stale, things got cold, and more importantly, things just didn't go the Hoosiers' way. So now they're swinging big, but they're doing it by adding in a quarterback that also fits the persona of what you want to run. And Curt Cignetti is not afraid to be effective with the quarterback, whether that be on pitch options, running up the middle, RPO system, spread it out, let the quarterback just find open receivers downfield. It's a good start. It's a start, though. You still need to go out and try and add in as many offensive weapons as possible. And there are going to be a ton of names that never found their way to scratch the surface that probably view a school like Indiana as the next big-time opportunity. And it may come with 2 years of production, and it may take a little bit longer than most expect. But once you get that quarterback in the building, things become a lot easier. And having a guy like Rouke gives you that. Stability, continuity, team chemistry. All those are at the display of a guy like Kurtis Rouke. And now the Hoosiers are going to fortify their offense and hopefully now have a vision of what they try to implement going into 2024. I don't know if this will be enough to send the Hoosiers all the way to an 8-win season or a 9-win season. But if you get to 6-6, that's full eligibility. And that's something that's been missing in Bloomington for multiple years at this point. And it's a brand new era for Cignetti to set his mark on what the future of Big Ten football can be. He's already won over the crowd, making sure everyone knows that Ohio State is terrible and Purdue is piss poor. But now you got to go out there and add in the right pieces. You're starting off on the right note by getting a guy like Kurtis Rouke to commit to the Hoosiers when there were going to be multiple programs in the Big Ten, in the ACC, in the Big 12, all of which could have used a one-year rental. And then for the starters on the flip side, now you're playing against big boy competition. Rouke's numbers were good for the MAC. Imagine if he puts up this type of stat line when he's in Bloomington against quality defenses, Big Ten powerhouses, and teams that certainly have the goal and the aspiration of making the college football playoff. He plays well against them. Nobody's going to deny that the skills are there. His brother's in the NFL right now, Nathan Rourke. He's a practice squad player for the Jaguars. You don't think that Kurtis Rouke could at least get there with the size, the mobility, the arm strength, and the accuracy? I politely disagree. Overall, good move by both sides. Somehow, you land a quarterback that you think can elevate your status, and more importantly, you land a quarterback that has a veteranship, experience, and should be able to come in right away and compete for the starting job. Better yet, win the starting job. You get to 6 wins in year 1 of a brand new era. I call that a victory. Then it's all about how you build off that moving forward. You build by getting a veteran and a guy who knows how to be a tone setter. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video. Don't hit the X button yet. Make sure you hit subscribe to keep up with all of our daily content found on Just Saying It and anything else that we post on this channel. Bye.